Hi class, it's me Larry, and this is my final video Tumblr post. I was rather overwhelmed and unsure at the start of the semester. After meeting with Starla and Alfie, my original target audience was too broad. I had just set it up for anyone who was struggling to find ways to better connect with the online world. Instead, they had me refocus the target audience to how lessons learned by the sports history online could translate into helping educators make the often impersonal and cold online education space become a welcoming and highly interactive place. I wasn't sure how to break down each topic or how to divide them between what each major league sports seemed to do best. I think that Saul and Alfie were right. Although it seemed like an impossible task at first, they decided really helped me structure what I want to showcase. It let me show how lessons learned in one industry, an early adapter whose main purpose is for entertainment, could be translated and adapted to help a completely separate industry that was struggling to adjust to the changing needs of its users long before the pandemic forced education to translate overnight from the traditional physical classroom to the online digital space. Although online education had been around for over 20 years, students and educators still struggle to fully connect and engage with both each other and the subject matter in the same way as they would meet in a physical classroom at a set time for a central amount of weeks in a row. Although I am a huge sports fan, before starting this project last semester and my meeting with Charlotte and Alfie, even I haven't really seen the connections when the sports industry would be teachers and educators, the students. Through this career journey, I learned that in order to put out the best product, you have to be flexible and willing to change. Just because you have one idea at the beginning doesn't seem necessarily means it's the best way to present an idea or a topic that's meaningful to others. Flexibility and willingness to change are often things I as someone with ADHD and autism have struggled with when it comes to presenting ideas or changing plans. Once I have an ideal, I usually like to stick with it no matter what, but now I realize that just because it makes sense to me doesn't mean that it's clearly understood or presented. I also realize that as a creative person, it's great to have wide board ideals and you don't want to limit the ideals in the early stages. However, it's critical before you decide on a final look to have plans in place to streamline the ideals. You don't want to stay for the creative process, but at the same time, you need to have directions that make sense. I truly believe that there is no such thing as bad work or bad ideas. However, they might be the right ideas for essential project. Sometimes if I come up with something now, it may be fantastic for another project anywhere from 6 days to 6 years down the road. It is very important to be able to look through all the ideas, decide what is the best for current projects, and build on those ideas while keeping the others to see if there's a way that can be tried in later or loosely for a future project or future experience of a current. I keep thinking back to George Lucas and the original Star Wars. When he set up the Star Wars universe, he realized he didn't have a story for 1 minute. He had a story that went up, turning into dozens of movies, TV programs, multiple cartoons, comic books, and entire universe. I learned that the creative and production process go far beyond just the ideals that someone presents. Brainstorming and ideals are a great starting point, but they're just that, the beginning. The amount of effort and organization it takes to make a mile walk and highlight everything you want to show, but do it in a way that really shows the ideals to a public that might not have the same frame of reference. It's very detailed. So many steps in place to make something come out right is amazing. Some things that look so basic to the public and simple may have 10 or 15 developmental steps to get it to come across as clear, consistent. I also learned that you have to be flexible in the creative process and to give yourself enough time for that flexibility. No matter what happens, something at some point is going to go wrong and delay the process. It could be anything from a computer glitch that delays you for an hour or two, a shipping delay, or getting sick. My advice to you is timing. Timing is everything from the first week of the fall semester senior year until the week or two before graduation. You have to keep up all the assignments, set time limits for yourself, and then move on. If you are taking 5 classes or more this whole year, it's going to be rough. If you have 6 assignments due on the same day and you only have 5 hours to work, then plan on giving each assignment just 45 minutes and then move on to the next. It is better to have something for every project than only completing 1 or 2. It's a lot easier to find a few minutes here and then to finish up or add to an assignment than it is to try to start one from the beginning if you are already behind with 3 or 4 other tasks than haven't even been started. One assignment builds on the next. You will be tired and want to take off the weeks of Thanksgiving and the month off because the semester don't. You need that time at Thanksgiving to give the papers finished for other classes and to set up and get approved capstone project. As soon as you have capstone approved, start working on the project. Don't wait until the semester starts to make plans, gather information, or plot out a basic structure of what you want to do. You need to be flexible, but if you already have some idea of what you want and need to accomplish it, it's a lot easier to line up the deliver on time with what the professor needs to have you all done in the time to graduate. The last semester will be fly by and you will be able to find yourself trying to balance everything, including find a new career, which depends on the finishing the degree and graduating. You will go through every emotional this semester, but just remember from times of great stress and change can come wonderful things. Anything you can do to it, make it easier for yourself, the better the process will be. For me, this is still a work in progress. I've been preparing to get a permanent job and working on my resume. I spent the past year working on as an extra for both season 5 of Mega PI and season 2 of NCS Hawaii. I am set to start working with them again when they start filming the next seasons over the summer. I am hoping that I will be able to get a more permanent job with the crew or CASAC now that I have completed my degree. The COVID pandemic has actually helped the Hawaiian television and film industry because many productions that were filming overseas had to come to Hawaii instead. I am hoping to get a job in the editing room for one of these productions. I am also looking into creating media opportunities for some other local businesses and hotels. Once I graduate, I am planning to monetize videos on social media. I have a lot of practice making YouTube videos for both my creative media degree and want to work on launching my own channel about real life in Hawaii mixed with personal visits to landmarks, so kind of a tale of two worlds.